in an interconference Week 1 matchup. It's the Denver Broncos visiting the New York Giants, a rematch of Super Bowl 21. And it all comes your way next.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Throwing Jones. And that's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it'll be third down. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Deontay Spencer deep for the Broncos. And taken right at the 35. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. 20! And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. From the gun, Jones, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Fights off the defender. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
All over you.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in his...
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 31 yards. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now Gordon on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, 37 yards.
And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Ronald Darby. Fights through him.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
Jones on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But, Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
Returnable for Spencer.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
21-0 our score after one. .48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Bridgewater on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants!
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing...
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has... Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
That's it, baby.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Looking to throw. Jump under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Returning it, here's Spencer. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Gordon And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
71 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening week. Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. Noah Fant, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Giants nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
This will be caught. Judy. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. right, Coach. Thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first. Oh, he fakes a spike. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 33. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught. So he fakes the spike, and they get the touchdown. Cortland Sutton. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and it is 42-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at the time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 3rd down, Barkley. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. There's the stiff arm. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Oh, he fakes a spike. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater hits his running back, Melvin Gordon. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23.
First down.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time. And now it's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Oh, he fakes the spike. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And this is caught. So he fakes the spike, and they get the touchdown. Melvin Gordon there to make the grab. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. He'll get this one to Galladay.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. This one is Slayton over the middle. 7 yards to pick up there. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Giants on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Come on, guys.
Well, offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spot.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Looking for Shepard deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Giants on third down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off near the 34. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And now defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice little juke. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Oh, he fakes a spike. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's got him in, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by one more. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will